The only time that people actually come to register with the county, unfortunately, because that is the way the law is not when they sell their properties. They only come when they want to build. It's the only time that they actually come to say that we have already cleared our land rates, so they intend to develop that particular property. But when it comes to now subdividing that property even further, it has become quite a challenge. Also, there is also that element that, and I think that's why the framers of the Constitution had indicated survey to be done at county level, so that these challenges can be able to be overseen. And I think in the last meeting we had, you had indicated we were ready to put up a team to do the scanning of all the documentation that is currently with yourselves. But I think there was concern of authenticity of those documents if they're going to be scanned. And we're ready to listen and see how we can be able to move forward.
We give you, as a county government, access to the records that we have in our registry here, so that you can be able to scan. But from our conversation also, we realized we can actually do it together, so that when you are done with the digitization, we're also done from our side, so that we can share the information that you require. And mostly, I think the information that you require as a county is in regards to the parcels and the ownership of the parcels, so that you can be able to process the rest. The registry that we have in Mombasa is holding records from Mombasa all the way to Lamu, some of them, because we have two registries running, just like in Nairobi, where we have the Nairobi registry and the central registry. The useful information that you will need is the Mombasa parcels. I don't know, is it separated the registry, Mwangi, or do we need to? I think important aspect is that you indicated that you are willing to put in resources also into the same digitization program. And that is also important for us, because, you know, right now we are partnering with various counties in terms of doing like the issue of sectional property. It's really important that we execute that issue also. There are issues of parcels that have not been titled, where county governments are also offering to cater for the survey budget, as we provide the technical support. So on this one, Your Excellency, I don't think there is a lot of discussion to go around it. We just need to organize the files, process have the technical team to work on it. Then we can agree on the timelines and how we often meet to monitor the progress. Yeah.
We were ready to get people who are going to actually scan each and every one of those particular documents. We want to do this separately. The county intends to also digitize all its other records in terms of all communication for everything else. But that we want to do that separately because that is something that we are controlling internally. It is only the aspect of the land that is we are not controlling on our part.
Which I thought would have been the output of this meeting is the technical committee. The technical committee, when they sit, both a technical committee from the county and the technical committee, especially from the officers from Mombasa County, and we'll second some officers from the national county, especially those who have dealt with the Ardhi, so that they quickly look at the status of our records. Because I think the most important thing is that we are not looking at the records of the county. That one you will handle it yourself. But the records that we have at the registry is what we are looking at. If they can look, they can actually assess themselves, look at it, then they can now tell us. From this, we can actually be able to finish in 1 week or 2 weeks' time. Yeah.
KISIP, the affected persons program that we wanted to do at the County Industrial Park and Meritini. We have the Magongo Clinic, Likoni Market, and Shikadabu, the fire station. These are all properties that are currently with the county, and we were just requesting the titling. But we have not received any response yet on these. And then there was the issue for the new requests. What we have done currently, this is for our Nyali fish market. We are in the process of building, this is through World Bank funding, a fish market in Nyali. There's also a part at the same Kibarani that had not been allocated to anyone, so it was actually meant to be ours. And what we have done for these ones, we've already put it in the Gazette, and I think the law is that it has to mature so that in case of any objection. But on our part, we've already done this.
52 days.
No, probably less than that, I think.
Yes, because we did it last week.
Yeah. We've done, basically we've already done the gazetting on this on our part.
Okay.
Yeah, when we had agreed.
Okay.
This one, of course, goes all the way up to the Liwatoni Fisheries Office and the fish market, and there's an element of Mzizima, which is a property, but we've already done what needs to be done. And then I think, of course, the other one is we wrote to you, but I think Nyandoro indicated to me that there was a court case where we had requested that if anyone goes to Mwangi's office to request for a search, then they need to have had a clearance certificate from the county that rates have been cleared. You see that one now, we are being informed that in Nairobi it made the compliance for land rates go high.
Yeah.
Because right now everyone is just doing searches, people are selling properties without necessarily having the clearance. No, probably less than that, I think.
Yes, because we did it last week.
Yeah. We've done, basically we've already done the gazetting on this on our part.
Okay.
Yeah, when we had agreed.
Okay.
This one, of course, goes all the way up to the Liwatoni Fisheries Office and the fish market, and there's an element of Mzizima, which is a property, but we've already done what needs to be done. And then I think, of course, the other one is we wrote to you, but I think Nyandoro indicated to me that there was a court case where we had requested that if anyone goes to Mwangi's office to request for a search, then they need to have had a clearance certificate from the county that rates have been cleared. You see that one now, we are being informed that in Nairobi it made the compliance for land rates go high.
Yeah.
Because right now everyone is just doing searches, people are selling properties without necessarily having the clearance to be done.
Yeah, on this one, Your Excellency, I'm told it used to be the case, but since changed because I think the law was changed and the law changed, so we couldn't. This one, it's a bit difficult to execute this. Initially, it used to be that way, but when the law changed, then it became that aspect was removed of tying it together. Yeah, and I think we explained it to you last time that initially it was a requirement that before you come and process anything, we check if you have cleared the rates first. But I think these people, the landowners, went and lobbied, and that part was removed. So it's now. It's a bit, what we can do is maybe to share information, but in terms of making it mandatory, it's not backed unless we are.
But I think if we just, well, of course this was meant to be a stopgap measure whilst we are doing the digitization, because after we've done the digitization and regularization, then even this will not be of much use. It was just to say basically a stopgap measure because we didn't know how long the whole process of digitizing is going to take. But we stand guided on this one.
And you see, Your Excellency, I think we can still be able to beat this one if we can link our systems, so that we can be able to see. Sometimes what we can do is that we can be able to communicate to you, to the county government, that there is such and such a parcel which is going to be subdivided, but they are not paid the rates.